What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Seven Nights Flashpoint. It is time for Carnivore, a long-standing, relatively difficult story mission. We are stealing from a criminal syndicate before SWAT shows up. I'm trying to get in and out before they know we're even there. So we're trying to hijack the electric shackles. They've got a barrier in the way. Of note, actually, there are two possible spawns for this mission. We got the one that I think is actually harder to deal with because it's farther away from the entrance. That might cause problems, I guess we'll see, but we've got to get in through there, and we have to hack the Matrix to get there. So we've got to get in here and pop that. We can run this one instead. Ultimately, it doesn't matter really which way you go. So yeah, we want to get in there before security level 2. That would be ideal here. Right, there are the bad guys in the way. They are pretty annoying, and yeah, this host is really far, unfortunately. That's kind of unfortunate. The normal spawn point is here, or the other spawn point is there, and this walk is just pretty quick. This walk is obviously much, much longer, and so that can be a bit of a difficulty. The nice thing is we do have some ways of knocking devices down, so, you know, can get rid of this camera, can get rid of this pressure sensor, can get rid of this camera. This camera's going to be annoying, this motion field's going to be annoying. No really good way around that. Obviously I want to be done by the end of turn 4, so we don't hit level 1. That would be ideal. Could, yeah, try to run a straight line and, you know, bypass this camera. So, you know, only disable, what, 1, 2, 3. I ideally want to preserve action points on my actual hacker. Also want to be cognizant of patrol routes and where the guards are going, because if we can bypass them, that's ideal. So you're running forward, you're only turning around, but I can't really sneak past you. My footsteps are too loud. So if I wanted to sneak past, I would have to turn off this camera. I guess the nice thing is these stairs here we can use them to fully bypass. So I guess it's turn off this camera, and this pressure sensor. Okay, that's actually functional. And again, we can wait for these guys to waste their turn. There's no reason not to, I think. So it's one less enemy to kill, which is good. He's the best hacker, so he's going to be the one hacking this this device. Unfortunately, again, it's very, very far. Wow, there's no way you have the move points for this. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, we're just losing a turn no matter what. Alright, it's going to make this kind of tough. Oh, well. I'm going to have you turn off this camera. Have you throw down some move speed buffs. And yeah, we're just going to wait until the guards all use up their turns and become useless. You're running over that way. Good for you. We'll have to destroy the camera. Unfortunately, this camera's going to turn back on in like turn 3 or something, and we're going to be really annoyed by it, but I have no way around that. It'll like see the corpse, almost certainly. It's going to be really tough to not have that be the case. Is what it is. And then you're just turning away. Have to be cognizant of gunfire noises. That'll be a little bit tough. Not sure I can easily clean that or, you know, handle that. Yeah, this is going to be pretty loud. That's too bad. Maybe we can fight from over there. It's probably a bit functional. Alright, well, you're going to hear gunfire, so I've got to be careful about that. I'm going to run you here for now. I'm going to turn off that camera. And I'm going to go ahead and use a stun on you. What's the better stun? Yeah, I think this is the better stun. You're going to turn to see the body, but I can kill you next turn, so it's fine. Stun you, which gives us some more time to work with. And then... yeah, if I run to here, only these two hear gunfire, and that gives me some room to work with. Alright, that's playable. You're going to hear me. I don't care. You are more than far enough away. Yeah, 16 meters is not a problem. Nice crit. Thank you very much. You know, what's funny is I do You know, this is one of the cases where actually Steamroll would be kind of nice. That the extra move point would be something, but don't really have it here. All right, so let's keep going piecemeal. So going to there is fine. You getting seen is not a big deal, I don't think. Actually, you're going to be kind of annoying. Oh, you can see everything, can't you? That would have been the right person to stun, actually. Shoot. Actually, I guess to be fair, I can't make it anyway. I could make it anyway, darn. Well, not to the host. I wouldn't quite make it out of 0 action points left, but the progress would have been, you know, really worth thinking about. Oh, well. Yeah, I'll just run you as far as I can run you. Right. You know, the edge of this vision cone, basically. And then I'm going to turn off 2 security devices, which is going to be basically this camera and this motion field, and then, you know, do what I can going forward. So, turn you off, end the turn. We'll probably further delay this camera an extra turn at some point. Okay, run you to there. That's a start. Yeah, I will say this spawn is so much easier. It's just much easier to deal with all the potential guards. So, oh well. Anyway, yeah, running to there seems fine. We'll try to knock these guys out as much as possible. That's a guaranteed glancing hit. That seems acceptable. And then this other shot's going to be okay-ish. Again, the other guard was a killer. She's at 14, so we you know, most of us will wake up in time to be able to get that one. Again, don't need to go for the kill just yet. No real point opening up there. I think even with... Actually, yeah, with Steamroll would have been close. Steamroll might have meant there was enough to, like, claim that kill, but... would have been a bit tighter. Alright, well, no one else got the gunfire, right? You're 17 meters away, that's not a problem at all. Nice crit. Actually, now that you have Savagery on, you are going to have 5 AP, and that's going to be really meaningful damage here. I think you can get this kill. Because you lucked out with the crit here, yeah, that's going to be really good damage. I don't think I need to Iron Grip. I think we need to shoot. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Well, that went well. Great. Well, that's these guys all done. Turns out, again, I could have saved Atomic Stutter and maybe gone for the kill here, or the stun there. I forgot how, even though it was just last mission, I forgot how overwhelming my soldier could have been. The one scary thing is your initiative roll is very, very high, and you totally might see me, and that is pretty scary. So what I'm going to do here, and actually the spot I'm in is actually kind of crappy because I'm kind of getting blocked, but I'm just going to start this turn in Overwatch. And so you're going to move, and I'm going to basically stop you right away. It should work that way. Camera spotted a body? Really? Oh, wait, which camera spotted which body? That one? Doesn't make... Oh, it turned and saw that body. Yep, okay. Well, that makes my job harder, obviously. I didn't think about this one turning and seeing that corpse. Darn, wish I hadn't gotten that kill after all. Oh well. Let's see if you indeed get overwatched. Yep, it should land. Oh, it more than landed, you're gone. Does somebody see it? Yeah, okay, you found a corpse. That's a little bit scary. Can I Alpha Strike you? It's not the easiest option. I do have another downer charge, but I can't guarantee a crit here. I mean, 3/4 is not bad, but I still can't guarantee it. Obstructed makes this a little bit tough. If I go to here, it might not be obstructed, but I can't guarantee that. I'm not even sure it would count as high ground. I think letting him go is acceptable. He's not going to be anywhere too scary, and we can focus fire him. You're on patrol. Yeah, you're fine. Still want to kill you so you don't get security escalation. But I also need to hack. So we need to hack the remote control unit. And the nice thing is we have Matrix Snoop here, so we know a lot of information. And the RCU is there. Unfortunately, there's stuff in the way, which makes this kind of difficult, but We have a mix of tools to get through, hopefully. So always hard shell overclock. This is a moderately difficult host, even though it says it's like green and bow. We still have 3 stuff per node, so it's a little bit annoying. Probably going to 0 interrupt one, null op the other, try to spike the rest. It's probably going to still cost me a turn, no matter what. I don't think I can get through this all in only 1 turn. But it's like, we'll get most of the way during this turn, and then very early on in the next one, we can drop this, then get out. And hopefully we have enough movement points to fully evacuate. That'll be a little tight, but that's going to be the goal here. Yeah, we should just barely get in under the line, but it'll be close. All right, so I don't need to spoof because nothing's all that scary here. There aren't going to be traps until we get to the SPU. We're probably just going to probably 0 interrupt that. So I'm just going to walk forward like this. AP cost, damage to connection. We'll just go in this order. More of the same. AP cost, tally, have to load this, sadly. Scanning doesn't seem very useful. I'm just going to use 0 interrupt, so I'm not going to bother here. Down you go. Okay, now I go here. Null op 1, null op 2. I did lose scan, but it's fine. I don't know if I absolutely had to spike this and scan, but I did need to load note was over here, so I'm still have to go, you know, somewhat forward. So I'm going to load these, come down here. Connection health is very, very good. Honestly, legit, we can just sleaze and then open the door, start our next turn. And actually, no, I have to drop these because I can't disconnect without, with ice in the way. So, still have to knock all these down. And basically, like, this still would have taken me, right, 20 plus 11, 31 action points. I don't think I could have... Well, I mean, there was a world where I only take down the connection stuff and then, like, hope nothing is bad and, like, walk past everything. But I would have had to, like, use scan in the face of the firewall, still disable something, like... Maybe could have gotten away from the CPU. Like, maybe, like, I don't know. There's a world where, like, I scan from outside, I see what's here, and maybe I can walk past and just go right to the CPU. Like, I still think saving 31 action points was going to be really, really tough. I don't think I quite had it. Yeah, if I use some of the leverage here, it'd be a little bit closer, but I want to save these for the other turn. So, anyway, let's just drop the... It doesn't really matter what we do. We'll just drop connection, health. Next turn's going to be no problem getting this. And I'm prioritizing speed very heavily over anything else we could take. So, okay, you standing here and shooting seems more than fine. No one else can hear it. This should be very reasonable. One consideration is turning off this camera, though, and leaving it down for longer. The question is, are we actually getting out during turn 3? Because if we're for sure getting out during turn 3, then... Well, let's just start by doing some damage here. No one's through the gunfire. Really good damage. I'm going to have you yield briefly. Let's have you try to be cool. Put you here. Okay. We buff the team with a little bit of move speed from Steamroll. I'm going to say, yeah, let's go here. I'm going to rewind my soldier so that he can cast Coordinated Charge a second time to buff the move speed further. Otherwise, your turn is done. And I'm going to have this camera stay off for longer. This might give us another turn of wiggle room. I guess we'll see. But otherwise, we can just kind of stack the team, you know, near the exit and just be ready to finish all the actions here. I actually could early cast Coordinated Charge, by the way. It would probably be fine because it would extend the buff duration, but I'll just cast it on next turn start and it'll be fine there too. Alright, so one guard has been orders received because a camera saw a corpse. Very reasonable. Based on what we're seeing right now, we're expecting an escalation at the end of turn 3. Camera seeing bodies is going to make that happen. We have no way around this now, right? We have basically a free +4 due to all the bodies that have been seen already. So it's kind of now or never. You hopefully aren't too scary. I think we'll be okay. We can safely have everyone yield. I don't have enough like points in pre-computed to get the +1 move point, so that's not going to be a thing. You are moving over. But you're going towards where the first corpse was, which makes sense. It's the only thing the AI knows about. Knock down tally, knock down remote controls, open the door. The door is available. Alright, well, he can safely disconnect. I don't want to go for the loot. I could try. I technically could go down to 50 action points here. I could spend 40 AP in the Matrix, and there's no downside to it. Like, legitimately. Because if I disconnect, I go to 5, right? It always costs 1 action point to, like, be in the Matrix, so I'm gonna, you know, be at 5 AP no matter what, which means this is actually pure upside. I can just go for this, and again, nothing else can happen. So load a program, exit the node, download access. As long as I have at least 50 AP, it's fine. I can't really do more here. That's going to cost me too much, so I'm just going to disconnect like this. I got a couple of downloads. I should have checked. Yeah, this is the blueprint store, so I'm actually glad I went this way. So you're going to disconnect you now. Right? You have 5 AP plus your move point. And it's worth noting, actually, if you want to, like, hard memorize what you can do in this map, technically, you could go down to, 30 AP and you'd be okay. But, anyway, you're not going to matter. You're too far away. Pending tally doesn't matter when you transition maps, so it's going to walk you onto the exit. I don't care that things have seen me. Extract 1. You don't matter to me at all. Extract 2. Extract 3. And finally, extract 4. You can choose to go for some more optional loot. I think, again, getting in at sec level 0 is worth it, but yeah, you just stack a movement and you can get pretty far and get a lot done. You spend 10k to know where the Matrix host is, or like where the node you care about is, and it's 4 nodes. It's actually always that map, by the way, which means you could also play it where you don't buy the snoop and you just always know what you're doing, but yeah, whatever. Alrighty, so it's time for the Jackal's data center. Here we are. There should be 1 primary host connected to a containment Q tank, and there it is. That is definitely where it's trapped. We must use a hacker to clean that out. If he spikes the CPU, he gets it. We have other complications. A big spike of encrypted chatter on local comms. It's not Syndicate. Alright, so Brave Star is probably starting to move, based on the fact that, we did kill some people out in front and whatever, but you notice that we get, a nice clean, security level 0. Now, 5 per turn is actually not bad, because it means, right, at the end of turn 3, we hit security 1. At the end of turn 5, we hit security 2. And, like, we can already basically make it to that Matrix host, or, just about anyway. So a couple considerations here. 1, their initial rolls are actually pretty decent here. So, and also their patrol routes are also not too shabby. You're running right at me. You're running down that way. But again, the initial rolls are not that bad. So, like, if I tactical surge, we're going to be okay, just barely, right? I'll be at 14, and the rest of it's going to be kind of decent. Ideally, we let these guys, like, both run away, if at all possible. But those guys are looking like they're going to be, in entirely all the wrong spots. In fact, if I look, it's like, yeah, you're going to be too close. You're going to be literally in the way, so we have to kill you. And of course, again, I want to make as little noise as possible. Also, we have some leverage here. We can give people some move speed and a move point. That seems pretty clearly worth it. Let's buff with Rapid Rush. Let's go move faster. Wonderful. Look at us go. Counts on him, by the way. Neato. Right. Of course, Atomic Stutter, not worth it here. These boxes, probably not worth it either. But consider we can tell there is a prisoner over here with a suspicious Matrix host that is clearly attached to it. This is why you bring 2 hackers. These cameras are going to be impossible to deal with. That's fine. But we clearly want to make a lot of forward progress. Now, which one goes where doesn't really matter. But ideally, we get enough space for my hacker to be safe on his mission, and the rest of my team is able to make enough forward progress to make this comfortable as well. The way to dodge the most cameras is to kind of go through here. It's like turn this camera off, get rid of these corpses, go up this way. Whatever guards are there, we deal with, but like the primary squad goes up like this. That'll be the sort of initial primary thrust. I can't yield too far. Keep in mind this guy has a... I mean, this guy moving is fine. But everyone else got to be a little bit careful. What's nice is coordinated charge does give 2 initiative, so everyone here is actually okay to yield. I care about these cameras a little bit. Right now we're not going to be in their crosshairs, but yeah, we coordinated charge. The team goes back up to 15. I can't do any further delays, so there's nothing else to do but just go. It's going to be a lot harder to use savagery meaningfully here, and I also don't want to make noise that you can hear, that this person can hear. It's going to be a little bit tougher. I can do a short yield. If I do a short yield, I go to 15. That's acceptable. Keep in mind that steamroll doesn't really matter. It's really only downer that does. So again, I still want to set up kills for my Cyber Knight, so we should do what we can about that. And if I run all the way here, you see me. I don't really care if you see me, since my CK being spotted isn't as important as just getting the stealth shots in the first place. Letting you run for 1 turn is fine. You'll be far enough away that my hacker can sneak in behind you and it's not a big deal. But I need to at least have you low so that my soldier can use his talents to get the kill more easily. I've also got to keep in mind that you rolling at a 15 means that anyone who yields gets put behind, right? Alright, so first things first, let's run out here. We get a bit more info on guards, right? There's a guy out there, good to know. Let's set you up. Let's set up for success on this one. Okay. So 115, so now that we no longer have stealth crits, we're not going to deal much damage per crit, and indeed there we are. Crit chance, 59% is actually kind of high. So I'm probably going to go for the yield right now and let the soldier do what he can. Keep in mind, if I yield too far, this guy gets to go, so I have to stop at 14 here. If you yield to go to 14 as well, that's actually fine. It's soldier time. So you need to go be as awesome as possible. So let's go here, kill you, trigger savagery, and then kill everyone else. I want to kill you as late as possible so that your corpse timer is later. So 95 is fine. There's the crit. I get some action points back. I get savagery. That means I get damage. I don't want to go loud. I, again, want to kill his corpse timer as late as possible. I want to let you keep running around and doing nothing. I want your corpse to be on the low ground so that no one can see it. My crit chance is very, very good, which is nice. I don't get stealth crit, but I can get regular crits. It's pretty good. Down you go. Alright, so now we need to, like, wait so that this guy can waste his turn. Of course, if you're over there, you're not going to see me, right? That distance is far enough. So the whole squad can kind of stand here-ish, right? Like, if we're going here, by the way, she could almost make it on the first turn. But the fastest route, the best route's probably up this way, through there, out like that. It's probably not through there because of the cameras being in the way. It could be, but I think it's not. Basically means we go here and stop. Probably want to take down this camera either with this hacker or the other one. But for now, I can walk here and then stop. We already know what you're doing. We know what you're doing, right? So we can outplay you guys. Okay, there's another guard there. Another guard there, right? So, hey, you matter. You matter. I don't know what your patrol route is. I guess we'll know when you move next turn. But you're able to safely yield. Primary hacker can do very similar things. We know we want to send you right there. We don't want to send you through that guy. So that's basically fastest route. Fine with me. Alright, so now we are away from the patrol routes. But again, we care about this camera. We care about this guy. We care about this guy. We care what you're doing. Let's, go try to be smart. I'm going to hold on security scramble. I'll let one of the hackers go for some of these first, and then I will be second in. We know where you're going. If you can see me, I'm surprised. Yeah, you definitely cannot. Probably going in a square, but we'll see. You're going that way. We'll know what you're doing next turn, which is good. Are you heading back, or are you going around in the corner? Are you going around in a square, I should say. So you're going back. And the problem is when you turn around like this, you're going to see me. So I have to get rid of you. And the sad thing as well is you're a little bit tough to deal with because you have... because of the camera and everything. So, short yield. We'll have the hacker go to turn off this camera. That way we can kill him and it's safe. Question I have is, can I kill this guy safely? I can't really walk very far, right? I can get to here. That's with, 2 AP left. I can get to here and have 1 shot left, but I'm worried about actually getting the kill on time. Especially with your initiative roll being very good. That scares me a bit. I could go for an atomic stutter. That would be maybe acceptable, but if he's killable, I'd like to not. Right, I'd like to be as efficient as I can. I can go to here, and I can shoot with 3 action points. Just trying to get the... There we go. That's reasonable. You'd be in range. Okay, we now know where all possible guards are. So there's 3 guards up here. Worth knowing, right? You're squishy, you're tanky. You have 78 damage reduction. Also, they'll have really good initiative rolls. So that's one thing to be a little concerned about is they're probably standing still, right? These look like guard spots where they're not going to move very far. But it's like, are we rushing this kill down, knowing that, you're not in vision range? But since we need this kill, I'm worried that we're not going to have enough. So I'm going to yield you again. And I'm going to say, hacker, you can walk here. And I'm going to re-disable this to keep it down for longer, because I don't want to see a corpse. Again, we know we have to kill this guy. But I'm going to have him jack in. I'm going to have him start. So here's the host. It's very, very large. And so the question is, which leverages do I want to use here? We've got a Sidewinder AI, so this is functionally a yellow AI, though the rating is green here. So basically, because there's 2 hosts here, which things do I want to use on whom? For me, I generally think it's correct to use the action point AP one on the primary hacker. I think loading decoy is fine. I think loading spoof is good. And we'll just make what progress we can. And as long as I, dig the CPU out by, the 4th turn, I think? End of 3rd or 4th turn. That'll be a reasonable timing for it. So I'm not in a rush to spike the CPU, basically. Damage to connection, then tally, then connection use. Lot more of the same here. I guess we'll go this way to start. Same stuff, basically every time. Okay. It's actually the same stuff. I'm getting the exact same 3 every time. It's funny. I lose decoy. It is what it is. We scan. That's going to be annoying to deal with. This is one of those where, nuke would be kind of nice, low-key. I'm actually tempted to do so, is, connect here, just pop 0 interrupts, and then, next turn, load nuke and clear this. Is it safe to load decoy? Just barely, right? Connecting costs 2, loading costs 5, this costs 10. The other question I have, though, is maximum, allowed, space. Because nuke takes up 260, this takes 80. I think loading decoy is still worth. So, 0 interrupt you. I will scan next turn, and then unload it, and then load nuke, and take down this SPU, because it's going to be really annoying. I will... Actually, the other option I could go for is just null out this right now. This gives me a little bit more value in using rewind on myself. Which actually I'm kind of digging here. I'm kind of digging just dropping this right now with null op. And so it's all gone. We don't get any special tally or anything. But this allows me to get more value out of rewind to get that forward, which I think is actually worthwhile. So, okay. You can end your turn pretty happily here. This was pretty decent. And again, this is going to be down for 3 turns, so we're chilling for a while. Definitely want to put you somewhere where you're going to get a reliable kill here. So I think it's going to be walk up to here. Hit chance is going to be very, very good, by the way, which is nice. We only get 2 shots, though. So I'm going to walk you here. Then it's going to be reload plus shoot twice. I have 4 AP, so reload plus shoot twice is 3 AP. Damage out there is pretty solid. I don't think I need to burn Marker Sights or Iron Grip. I'm actually considering Iron Grip only for the 10% ballistic pure damage. There are very, very few tanky enemies, right? There's only 2 guys with bats. Everyone else doesn't care about pure damage, so I'm actually going to do this. Just as a very, very light damage increase. 168 per shot is pretty reasonable. Okay. And so I need to finish the kill with everyone else. Actually, I'm going to yield to Clementine. The reason being, if I need to go for an Atomic Stutter, I need to like run out and go for a stun. It's actually very far up. Like, I'd have to go all the way to here, basically. I want to know if I need it. I am a little bit afraid that you're going to run at me, actually, is a problem. I think it is likely that happens. But I can find ways to preempt that, I think. That crit's pretty nice, but wow, you don't take any damage. Okay, this is a stun turn, like, for sure. I'm going to have you go here and hide. Because if you are running down, your initiative roll is too high. I mean, Kratos is pretty good, but no, I'm too afraid of this. So I'm going to have her walk here and hide. We should be safe from the rest of these guys. Actually, if you turn... I mean, you have a bat. If you turn and see me, I don't care. And this is actually going to block line of sight anyway. Or just about. I think we're fine no matter what. I think it's okay. I'm going to put you here. Okay, we see the jail cell. We're close enough now. Nothing from Bravestar or Emmanuel about prisoners. Well, let's try to pay a visit, you know? Okay, well, you're going to end your turn. And then, yeah, you're going to need to... So she rolled well enough to at least hide if needed. But yeah, you're going to need to run up and go for an Atomic Stutter here. This is too dangerous otherwise. So that looks reasonable. I'll get seen, but he'll be stunned, so I don't care. So now the fact that you're stunned means you're not going to report me. I'm going to rewind my hacker so that he can continue to be a hacker man's. And we got a really good first turn. We made a lot of progress. We got rid of 2.5 guards. I didn't think about that camera being that far up. Shoot. I didn't think about that camera location. That's too bad. Turning it back off now doesn't really matter. You can't like prevent escalations or anything. I don't know what you're going to try to do. You're stunned for the remainder of this and the next turn. So I feel like we can Alpha Strike you. We have... It's only me and the other hacker, but I think that's enough. I think we have enough damage here that I'm not worried about it. We both have a lot of pistol shots. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine. And if I want to be extra cheeky, I can actually boost his initiative and have him go early and have him help clear out, which I think is actually correct to do here, right? Like, I think that's just correct. It's not the most damage. Sadly, no crits, so I don't get minus evasion or anything else here, but we can see this guy's taking quite a while to kill. Still, though, right? You're not too scary. You're very far away. You guys are probably standing still. Camera sucks, but oh well. Alright, so this has been cleaned out. Okay, we actually know where the CPU is now. That's interesting. So loading spoof again seems pretty wise. Load spoof, load scapegoat, drop scan, load nuke. Walk over here. Nuke once, nuke twice. Okay, it's gone. And I'm just not going to spike this. Because spiking it is what's going to cause security problems. So, drop you. Ow. Okay, reroute it instantly. Sure. That actually kind of sucks because I didn't load everything else. So, kind of ow. It's not the end of the world, but it wasn't what I wanted. Going back here seems like a reasonable idea. I mean, I'm going back there at some point to spike the CPU anyway, so it's actually not a really big rush. Okay, that's nothing at all. I don't have the IO to load decoy, but I've got decent deck armor and deck shield for now, so I'm not too worried about it. I don't need to reload any of this stuff. I can reconnect at some other point in time and connection off that's low. By revealing the CPU, we got a decent amount of information around everything else is. That's going to be annoying at some point, but we don't have to deal with it yet. Okay, we're going to go in this order. We have to leave to do program loading. That's fine. Actually, what we're going to do is say, well, you're really annoying. We're going to zero interrupt you. And do the same thing again, where we acknowledge that we're just going to load like decoy and nuke and like destroy this thing next turn. Yeah, decoy unfortunately costs a little bit too much IO. We're at 7 AP, which is not perfect. I know I need deception no matter what. There's going to be a trap there as well. Like, that's also known. So how do I want to plan this out? Because right now, I've got plenty of IO. I don't need decoy right away, because I don't need decoy when I'm just nuking an already dead node. That's already been zero interrupted. And so I can load this. Let's see. This costs 260, which means I can safely hold deception plus disarm, and it's fine. Next turn, I load nuke, I kill everything, and then continue to make my forward progress here. That should be very reasonable. Okay. So I am safe to load deception here. It's not a big deal. Cool. All right. So you should still have your big buffs on. Savagery should still be on for you. So I'm going to run up here. How's my accuracy on this one? Not the absolute greatest. I'm going to have marker sites here just to like really guarantee this works well. Yeah, it's solid damage, of course. And it's a crit, so he's dead. Great. Then I can pretty much safely say reload plus shoot, because that is action point efficient. Let's knock you out. Down you go. Great. Thank you, high crit chance. It's wonderful. Camera's still down for a while. Again, this camera saw me, so unfortunately some guard will be sent to investigate, which I'm sad about. And we also get the escalation sooner than I wanted, which is really too bad. Oh well. It is what it is. Yep, you just turn, which is what is expected of you. I'm gonna... Yeah, I want to not get seen by this guy. I think it's okay to wait where I am. I mean, there's a chance he actually sees me and then we're like really sad about how the turn goes, but that vision cone is like really wide, so... Yeah, you're going around in a big square. You're fine. You're going around in that big square, so we're fine. And you don't see any corpses yet. That's kind of good. Okay, are you going to see my person? No? Good. Alright, so, because you guys are standing, I'm pretty sure I can go and, like, walk out like this. I can actually get probably to there and, you know, like, not get seen. I'll need the rest of the team to back, you know, to back it up, but... The funny thing is I can almost sneak in to actually hack this, but I think the footsteps are going to be too loud. But, like, legitimately, I could just about run to here and not get heard. I actually might be able to. Legitimately, this actually... I kind of want to take this risk. Okay, I'm going to be stupid and literally run all the way up here. Because I believe I'm dodging the vision cone. And I'm gonna free him from behind this guard. I legitimately believe I'm not going to be in vision range. YOLO. Not one of the ejacs. I'm Kyle. It's my trainer. Worked with that thing in Ultratech for a decade. Well, Ultratech didn't pay me. Alright, well, now we know where it came from. So, what would you do if we freed you? Well, he can't go back. But he's got connections, so, you know. He could be a well-connected wire ghost for us. Sounds good to me. That seems interesting. Alright, we get security level 1. We get a lot from body timers increasing, so unfortunately, we are very close to hitting security 2. You became suspicious, so you might be sent my way, but I don't know where you're going exactly. You are both unaware, so we can kind of chill for a little bit on this, and we are outside your vision cone. So letting these guys waste their turn and then acting seems pretty worthwhile, because I also don't know what you're going to do. So this seems okay. As we are is fine. Okay, you have been told to move. Do you see us? Yes. Okay, you need to be killed then, because that's going to be way too much escalation. I'm going to have you wait. Yep, you're guarding out there. Okay, so as said, we're going to load nuke and drop everything here. Okay, it's gone. Alright, we got a decent amount of IO still. I probably want decoy. I have enough stuff for everything else here. Actually, I need scan. That's fine. Damage to catch any action. Reconnect. Okay. Still fine. Load a program. Exit the node. Unfortunately, I need to load a program for this stuff, so I think we got it in the right order. I wasn't thinking about only having one charge here, but that was actually pretty scary. That could have been poor. So that's disarmed. Wonderful. I can now go back over here and try again. Yeah, use a program relocate is basically unbeatable. That's fine. We scan for another, and it's exit the node, steal AP. Okay, well, we'll do that at the end. Please don't steal my AP. Okay, we have more traps to deal with, but unfortunately we're out of IO again. That's really unfortunate because, yeah, I don't have a way around that right now. Let's hope these are, like, not useful. Load a program, exit the node. Hell yeah, let's go. All right, well, sleaze you. Take 3 downloads. Load a program relocate's not a huge deal. Exit the node, lose AP, and plus tally is also not a huge deal. I might just, like, let that happen once and just move. And then probably go back. I think I will probably spike the CPU before I go to the top side. Or maybe not even go to the top side, just spike the CPU. I'm not sure this yet. In fact, I could also just try to leave right now. Right, exit the node, steal AP is like, okay, I'm at no AP anyway. Like, let's just do this. I lost decoy, whatever. I can't disconnect because there's a, a living ice here, but that's fine. We can start moving our way back, and then, yeah, go for the CPU next turn. I think is very reasonable. I have enough connection health that it should be okay. And then just spike, knock this out because it's free, and then go for the exit, I think is reasonable timing. Keep in mind that, right, sec level 2 is the, like, the scary number, right? So that'll line up with the end of turn 4, basically. Yeah, they don't know anything. We can hide for them for a while. But again, this guy needs to be killed. Checking on talents. Yeah, okay, so downer and steamroller up, so this seems actually pretty reasonable. Outside range. Yeah, I guess we should get closer. This is down for a while. Don't have to rush for these guys just yet. This seems reasonable. Definitely going to have the attack, so yeah, let's do it. You're already alert. I'm already spotted. Not bad. No crits, so no downer. Sag. I could try to... let's just go for it, whatever. Really unlucky that I got no crits on 3 attacks with a 33% crit chance. You don't have anything up yet, which is actually fine. Let's have you get the kill, then get ready to move forward. Let's see what the last guard... No, wait. Who's the last guard? You. Oh, you're going to find that corpse, like, for sure. Still, though, let's just yield and see what you do. Oh, you're going back. That's fine for now, but that could get scary. We're going to escalate at the end of turn 2. Or, sorry, the end of next turn. Okay, can I cheat it? I think, yeah, from, like, here... Like, let me try... Yeah. From here, she should magnet, which means I should be very safe to, like... Yeah, get to exactly this location. And hack without getting hurt. I love it. This is my first time doing this, and I'm like, yep, it works. Okay, so let's use the rest of our stuff here. Let's look at where devices are. And you can tell that what we need is this, right? Because we're trying to knock down... I mean, the cameras could be fine, but what we want is this RCU. That's like our actual goal. We've got null up, we've got 0 interrupt, which means we can load the neural program suite. And yeah, it's going to be a little annoying to hack through all this, but like, it's this, wow, it's actually just always these. Firewalls just always have this. Firewalls are always connection herders. I didn't really know that, but I guess it's just always this. That's interesting. It might be because, I don't know, maybe the rating actually constrains the possible ice less than the AI. I'm not sure, right? The AI clearly tells me escalation max, and it tells me escalation max as well as escalation like quality, Maybe the rating tells me something like what ice are available. I'm not sure of that. I feel like I've seen something say it's like green or yellow, but having a traditionally orange AI and have the really nasty ice on it. I'm unsure, to be honest. Either way, this is fine. I'm actually going to say I'll tank 10 connection health. I don't really care that much. So we get one of these annoying nodes. That's a 0 interrupt from me, dog. More active ice. Always fun. There might be a trap there. We don't know. That's fine. I will load this for now. I don't know if null-opping this stuff is worth. I mean, we're going to leave relatively soon. I mean, CPU's, you know, here or here probably. What I care about is opening this. I don't really care about optional loot, honestly. I'd rather duck Brave Star instead of getting into the firefight. It's looking pretty possible at this point, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, end action for turn. This seems very fine, yeah. And then load disarm to be safe. I might even double null up this instead of doing anything else. I'm not sure. It's a possibility. Either way, you're done for now. And so we know how far your vision cones go, so I can pretty safely run out to here, and it's safe. We know your vision cone is like about 18 meters, right? So I can even go a little bit closer, but it's not really a reason to. I guess if I'm here, I have line of sight on both of them. That's actually kind of useful. Again, 21 meters out means you're not going to get seen. I can use the assault rifle, which is cool. Seems pretty good. We're not escalating until next turn, right? End of turn 4 is going to be the escalation. And that's with corpse timers running out, which is nice. Of course, these guys are also going to be... Oh, you know, it's a problem, actually. I need to actually go into Overwatch because these guys are likely to be told by the Sec AI to go investigate dead corpses. I didn't think about that, so I'm out in the open, and that's really scary. Unfortunately, you're going way before the guy with the gun, which means you can easily run up and take the Overwatch, and I have no way around that. So I'm going to hope that we don't catch you in this, but it's very likely that I'm in a really annoying spot. Yeah, so you've been told, and what's annoying is you weren't told, so I was going to be safe from you, but I didn't have a way of knowing that. So it's very likely... Oh, yeah, and you saw my guy. Okay, you're running the wrong way. This is actually really helpful. You're actually not even going to see me, is the funny thing. You saw a corpse, I don't care. It is totally tactical surge turn. I don't... Well, we could shoot you because you're in Overwatch, so it's fine. I, of course, want to get you to in the tactical surge. That's, like, very clearly correct for me. I have no good way of getting everyone in, like, good line of sight. I mean, you're only suspicious, but you're going to hear gunfire. But I guess no matter what, we're hitting sec level 2. There's, like, no way around that. Like, it's going to happen this turn, so it's, like, not super crucial how this goes. Wow, if I go here, I can actually approach them. That's kind of cool. Tac surge hits everybody from here. That's, like, now a guarantee. So, seems worth. A lot of AP is wonderful. I don't care what you're doing because you're stuck in Overwatch here. So catching both these guys seems very worthwhile. We can just do this twice. You're not going... 23 is a pretty high initiative, but you still don't know where we are. Really good damage, actually. Okay, solid damage there. That's fine. These pistol shots will not land. There's like no way actually is good here. Really sucks that I didn't get any crits for Downer. That would have been really helpful. It's too bad. I want to be over this way, I think. I don't want to be exposed on this side of the map, I don't think. Is there anything worth hacking? I don't think so. I think going here and shooting him is fine. It's very, very unlikely to hit, but like I have nothing else to do, so let's just take the 1 and 4. It's fine, whatever. Okay, you should be in Overwatch, and we should hit. Good. Your turn is done. Goodbye. Alright, Hackermans. Yeah, we're just going to run... Well, let's see. If you use a program... Okay, I don't care. 31 control health is enough. I'm just going to run all the way over. I'm going to spike the CPU. Great. CPU spiked. KMIT core is mobilized. Here it goes. Trainer has been pulled. Wonderful. Here is a exit point. We can go back the way we came, or we can go all the way forward. Cool, sounds good. Well, keep in mind that I've got 80 max AP, so I can go down to 70 before it matters. And so I might as well load some programs. And that's disabled. That's already been triggered. So, sleaze you. Take some downloads. The question is, do I want to try to go through here? I think realistically it's not going to be... It's not going to look that good. So I'm going to say, you know what? We're fine. Let's disconnect. And... I can walk there, right? I can walk there very safely. There's some kills that are worth getting, of course, as well. That's, you know, valid. Well, let's see. If I stand on my exit, tells me I'm allowed out, so... Guaranteed glancing hit on you. Sure. Great. Out we go. Alrighty, so what I care about is this. Once again, I have, you know, 80 action points in meat space, so pretty reasonable here. I said I was going to load disarm. These are still disabled. Don't worry about this color coding. It's inaccurate. Damage to Cyberdeck plus tally remote controls. I'm kind of liking just double null op. Open door. We run a tight timeline. Let's get it. Kyle is now in our party. Great. Okay, well, that's the door open. So, disconnect. Oh, shoot! My Cyber Knight already ended her turn by shooting at people. She can't get out this turn. That actually is a problem. I didn't think about that. I am silly. Okay, well, we'll just kill you. Or at least try to kill you. That is a actual real problem. Okay, you know what's funny is, I might game over. It's unlikely, but I might game over. Alright, well, you can extract. You can buff. I have enough, actually I don't have enough AP, so I can't do any more here. Alright, you're gonna run there. Alright, you're gonna extract. Alright, I'm acting as though I don't know how this game actually plays out. Surely we're fine, right? Hey, so, remember that comms chatter? Yeah, Brave Star's on the way. Working on new extraction objectives. We've got the core. Hold tight. Brave Star will arrive at the end of 3 turns. You've moved up. You don't see me. However, there are no known extractions. Wish I'd gotten out when I got the chance to. So I could try to shoot you, or I could just run. I also, like... Well, okay, so the combo said the tunnels, right? And this is where the tunnels are, so... I mean, theoretically, I can go that way. So what I'm going to do, actually... Yeah, you can see me. I don't care. Is I'm going to run here. I'm going to stun you. I'm turn off this camera, because I can. Maybe shouldn't have used all this action points, but oh well, because like one tally doesn't matter here. Okay, there's my extraction. I have never gotten out before that chatter showed up, though. I could have if I wasn't dumb and I let my Cyber Knight actually run to the exit. So there's that collapsed tunnel, and there's actually this elevator right here. So they arrive at the end of next turn. Which, to be fair, I can't make it out during this turn, so... Is what it is. Okay. Cool. Well, this went really cleanly. Ah, there we go. So, yeah, Oscar Kova is like, hey, I want you to hear this, okay? SWAT is storming the facility. Clear for breach. Discuss a fair release for you and your team. Great sales pitch. You bottom-feeding criminal. Oh, yeah. Alright. What's your name? Permanence. Oh, they can track my quantum signature. That's neat. Oh, we have the trainer, so it's time to go. Yeah. It's time to go. I could have checked their stats. I forgot to. Oh, well. I wish I had not spent all the AP in my Cyberknight, and I could have, like, gotten out during that turn. That would have been cool. But yeah, if you print enough movement points, you can, like, accomplish literally everything. And nothing goes wrong at all. I was barely off from getting to do that. If I hadn't wasted my Cyberknight's turn. So all I had to do is, like, get that guy out of Overwatch, and we were chilling. Which was already possible based on how much AP everyone else had. That it was going to be fine. Yeah, we did the right thing, okay? Can't go back to Ultra Tech. Be jailed for life. If we believe him, we can grab him as a Wire Ghost contact, which I think is pretty worthwhile. He'll also owe us, much like the Corpse Splicer from the very beginning of the game. We get a guaranteed favor every month. So Emmanuel would pay us extra if we handed him over. We won't mention Kyle. This is an artifact of their early face skill tree prototypes. They've said actually they're going to put the face skill tree in the game this month, so I'm looking forward to that. But this was initially existed as an option, like, oh, you like put traits on, you like talk to account a certain way, but that's not the way they're going with the face tree, so it doesn't really matter here. But hey, we did well. Got a Brave Star Detective who, you know, a little angsty. We can get more payment if we hand him over, or we can keep him. We don't need extra strings. We'll take the award, or no, Kyle is valuable in the underworld. Okay, great. So, yep, we have immediately 5 favors from a Wire Ghost. And 1 more per month. Permanence like, hey, by the way, or Clementine rather, if you want to, potentially grind out some more exploit kits. -2 trust is like not a big deal at all, but we could try to run a leverage, and if it succeeds, we can get exploit kits. So like, if we look at it, we're like, hey, our street tech sniper can do it, or one of our hackers can. Base 75% is really not bad. 5 days 12. If you have tokens, you can kind of guarantee that. But nah, let's just hand it over. It's fine. So Emmanuel sells Milsec items. Great. Raise levels up. Clementine's now called Upsell. And, we got some optional downloads, right? We had a little bit of spare time, so we got a little bit of free loot. The actual physical loot boxes on this map are not very valuable. They have, like, the lowest possible stuff. They're just not very good. So it's like you get a lot of optional loot from the Matrix hosts, because those are just, like, more purely random. And we complete Carnivore. Hooray, we did it. We're the best. We get a bunch of Sim Stream Trainer XP. We'll do our funny safety save. Obviously we're still max heat. Not a big surprise there. But that is Carnivore done. I will decide if I want to continue playing this one out, or if I want to join the community challenge and just play, high difficulty, no extra guys. Which means I'm never getting to hire Rhino, I don't get to hire Augur, I don't get to hire Ripley. Basically, I'm just going to be holding out explicitly for Little Bro, Little Sis. Secondary Hacker, I think, is worth it for exactly what we saw there, which is running Carnivore and getting the guy. Because keep in mind, like, we did almost everything we could. I mean, I could have played a little bit better, right? But, like, basically didn't have any spare time before Brave Star arrived. So imagine doing that where it's like, oh yeah, now also run to the second host and hack that door open and then get him out all the way across the map with like a bunch of high-end guards chasing you down. And by the way, they spawn reinforcements every single turn, so it keeps increasing. It's like, actually, what if we just didn't do that? So anyway, this is most of the story content in the game. We are now PL5, so this will be, again, I'm going to basically do a bunch of save loads to get this to be on a newer map. This Matrix file hack is going to be kind of whatever. We're going to have a ton of crafting mats. We have okay-ish money, you know, pretty solid number of blueprints to craft from. Again, nobody will buy these yet, so hopefully someone limit breaks and I can sell these, like, you know, medical kits and stuff. That would be nice to make some money there. Yeah, that's basically where we're at. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.